Pam Bondi is a loyalist, someone that he doesn't have to worry about going off the reservation. But at the same time, she's on team normal. She's no Matt Gaetz. She's not ultra MAGA. She's not going to engage in crazy conspiracy theories. She's not going to walk Tony Fauci out of his house in an orange jumpsuit and handcuffs. But she will be loyal to Donald Trump. I know Pam well. She does believe in the rule of law. She treats her people well. There will not be mass resignations in the Department of Justice. She will get confirmed through the U.S. Senate. She is liked by people on both sides of the aisle who know her. And I think it was actually a smart pick by Donald Trump, especially because in the wake of the Matt Gaetz disaster, he didn't waste any time in finding someone who will do his agenda by going after undocumented migrants, fentanyl at the border, and other things. She'll do some controversial things. She'll do some popular things. But at least she's just not going to weaponize the DOJ to trump up, for lack of a better word, false cases, fake cases to try to go after Trump's enemies.
Interesting when you consider the idea of loyalty in some of these picks. And I wonder your thoughts on this. Bondi declined to take legal action against Trump University, even after receiving nearly 24 complaints in her office in 2013. She also joined the team defending Donald Trump during his first impeachment. How will that inform the way she takes directives from the president-elect?
She is loyal to Donald Trump. He wouldn't have appointed her otherwise. But it's not the first time we've seen a loyalist as Attorney General. Bill Barr was supposed to be a loyalist, and he was for most of his term. JFK had his own brother as Attorney General, so it's not that unusual. And as for the $25,000 contribution that Trump made to Pam Bondi's campaign, remember, there's a natural tension when you have to run for office as a state attorney general. You have to go to your supporters and ask for money. She did that to Donald Trump. He wrote the check and signed it days before there was an article that came out about the investigation into Trump University in New York. So there is no evidence that there was a quid pro quo because the check was written and signed before the article came out, which is what informed Pam Bondi and her team that there was this investigation going on. Plus, when you mention a couple dozen complaints, yes, but those complaints don't go to her office. They go to the Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services. And although 24 complaints is not insignificant in a huge state like Florida, it's not going to rise to the level of the Attorney General's office taking action until there's more or until they're notified about it in a different way. And one more thing on that, her office turned over at the time 8,000 pages of documents to show that there was no communication between her office and Donald Trump about Trump University. So yes, I admit the timing doesn't look good, but as far as evidence of quid pro quo and bribery, there is none.